Hi, I'm Matthew Jackman. I'm a person with living experience of bipolar disorder and complex post traumatic stress disorder. And through some of my experiences of my lived experience and service use within mental health, and my experiences of out of home care and in public housing supporting my siblings and mother, it's really driven me towards a pursuit of thinking about human rights, equity, and justice, particularly within the mental health system, and a real need and desire for lived experience leadership and co design process in designing services, particularly in line with digital technology and social impact. As we know, 8 people in Australia die by suicide every day, which is felt by 135 people in their ecosystem. Depression is soon to overtake heart disease as of 2030 as a global disease burden. And the pandemic has really demonstrated the absolute need and gap at the moment for mental health services. Um, the National Disability Insurance Scheme is a scheme that provides funding to people with psychosocial disability, and they've just launched an item line funding recovery coaches. Recovery coaches are predominantly people with lived experience, but there's a real demand for this at the moment as there's no one actually trained up in these roles, and there's certainly no lived experience or peer based organisations providing this service. So that's where my organisation comes in, which is the Australian Centre for Lived Experience, TACFLI. And TACFLI's aim is to match through a digital platform like Mable or Higher Up, match peers, people, participants of the National Disability Insurance Scheme with a recovery coach who has a lived experience. Part of the organisation is to train up these recovery coaches in internationally led peer training, and I'm a lived experience academic at Victoria University and have trained internationally in peer work as well. So the longer term view is to have a lived experience leadership fellowship where we encourage lived experience leaders through a training program to go out and do great systemic advocacy around rights and justice, particularly in looking at alternatives to psychiatry. The funding stream is really from the NDIS at the present, with a medium to longer term view of philanthropic trusts, local council grants, and with the intention of actually, through social enterprise, developing an income stream so that we can provide a portion of that money back into providing services for those that can't afford it and sort of running a private type peer service. I do have some great contacts, someone who's been the president of the Australian Council of Social Services and Voices for Help, who are helping mentor me along the way. It's really important that we focus on nothing about us without us and promoting lived experience leadership in various interventions. So thanks for listening.